Hey, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to the TikTok Trend Radar, where I am going to walk you through all of the most viral videos that I have seen this past week, and I'm going to walk you through exactly how you can recreate them so that you can get those views as well. So let's just dive right in. The first trend I am calling the perfect mix because it's a sound clip from that Olivia Dean song that's like, it's so easy to fall in love. And the lyrics to the clip are, it's the perfect mix of Saturday night and the rest of your life. Actually, she says, I'm the perfect mix of Saturday night and the rest of your life. So as you can probably tell already by the lyrics, people are using this audio clip as an excuse to post the dichotomy of two different aspects of their personality. The first one that I saw, which is probably because my For You page knows me really well and I relate to it really well, is the first one was a photo of a girl. She was looking cute. The text said, I'm the perfect mix of ... Just a cute selfie. And then this was a carousel post. And then the second photo was locked TF in. And it was a really healthy food. It was like an acai bowl with a bunch of fruits. And then the third photo was and locked TF out. And it was like chicken nuggets and fries and ice cream and pizza. And that is really relatable because it shows that two aspects of your personality, like one when you're really locked in and one when you're just having a good time and doing whatever you want. Another one that got, I think, almost 2 million likes was a girl in high school. And the first photo was just like her in the car, again, a cute little selfie. It said the perfect mix of. And then the second photo was Saturday night. It's just like her looking skinny, looking cute in front of her high school football field. And then the third photo in the carousel was her with a little baby, implying that she will have that baby for the rest of her life. And these Saturday nights are a temporary thing. And so there's that dichotomy as well. So if you want to make this work for you, you're going to find two very different aspects of your personality that might even contradict each other sometimes. And then you're going to find photo evidence. I have really only seen carousels popping off with this audio clip, but I'm sure if you're a video girl or a video guy, you can make this into a video as long as it lines up with the lyrics and what they're saying at the time. Most of what I'm seeing, the Saturday night is your kind of like unserious side. You're very like temporary. This is the era I'm going through right now type of vibe. And the other photo is very like for the rest of your life. Maybe you're a little bit calmer, a little bit more stable, or maybe you're just showing off something that you will have forever. But no matter what you do, get your cutest selfie ready for that first photo. Trend number 2 of this week had me rolling on the floor laughing at some of these. So this audio clip comes from a clip of Dave Franco in Scrubs, but the actual audio clip of what's being used on TikTok comes from an edit of Dave Franco saying a bunch of different things across a bunch of different TV and movies and things that he's been in. So the main line of the audio is, dude, I have to go to med school in the Caribbean, but I don't even speak Caribeasian. Basically, you're going to mouth those words, but the written text over the video is going to be a situation that you were kind of just dropped in and not prepared for at all. The one that I was laughing at, because again, I get these on my For You page and it's so relatable, unfortunately, to me, is the person is mouthing, dude, I have to go to med school in the Caribbean. I don't even speak Caribeasian. And she's freaking out. But the text over the video says, my brain every time a man tries to dap me up because it's genuinely different every single time. That is such a relatable problem, especially for us girls. I was on the floor dying. Somebody else posted with her laptop in hand, how it feels doing my assignments while also not understanding half the modules I just read. Another one was a girl just like eating chips and queso, and the text over it said, how it genuinely feels trying to avoid math and it's still showing up in your degree plan. A lot of opportunity here for students, a lot of things that you think will happen in college or med school or when you're going for your doctorate or even high school that you are not equipped for or that you're trying to avoid and then just keep popping up and you have to deal with. But it doesn't have to be school. I just think it gets more popular the more specific you can get. So if you work in a specific career field, try to keep it maybe specific to that niche. This audio is like 6 seconds long, and video-wise, all you have to do is record yourself mouthing the words, and then you can think about the text later. So I would hop on this one first if you don't know where to start this week for content creation. The last one I want to talk about this week is also so freaking funny. I'm calling it, sometimes you just gotta read the text. Because that's basically what it is. This trend actually started going viral, I think, last November, and it never really stopped. But I'm seeing a resurgence this week in how many times I have seen this on my feed. Most of these, again, I see in carousel posts, The first post is usually just a cute little selfie or like a silly selfie, and the text on it says, sometimes you just have to read insert person here's text and move on with your day. This can be, sometimes you just have to read your dad's text and move on with your day. It can be your boyfriend, your sibling. I've even seen your delivery drivers really pop off. So let me give you some examples. This trend a lot of times feels like an inside joke, like you're in on a joke with your audience that the person who texted you is not in on, and that's why it's funny. So for example, this one girl, the audio over this is just a sad piano audio, and the first photo in her carousel is just a silly little tongue out selfie, and it said, sometimes you just have to read your dad's text and move on with your day. And then the second photo is a screenshot of a text message with her dad, and the dad says, what is the pillow for? And the pillow is essentially, she has this headboard on her bed and the pillow is preventing it from hitting the wall. That can be interpreted, of course, many different ways, but from her audience, it seems that they are interpreting it the way that you're probably interpreting it right now. And the reason why that gets so much engagement is because you're not explicitly telling your audience what's going on, and you're allowing them to put the pieces together, and they're going to put the pieces together and they're going to comment, and it's going to feel like one big inside joke together. So everyone was commenting like, girl, I would move out. Girl, I would never come home. Girl, God bless. And then of course there are people who might be confused who are commenting, what does this mean? And all of that just generates more and more engagement. Another one that I saw is a girl holding a styrofoam cup and just a selfie, and it says, sometimes you've got to read your DoorDasher's text and just go on with your day. And then the second photo in that carousel is a screenshot of her messages with her DoorDasher on DoorDash. So she sends the Dasher, hey, is everything okay? And the person replies, no, this bleep bleep Taco Bell has everyone sitting while they shake bleep in the kitchen. I've been waiting for over an hour. Of course, that's an outrageous thing to send to a stranger who's just like waiting for her food and you're supposed to be the person delivering, and that's why that's so funny. Also, I found a lot of DoorDash, Uber Eats, delivery person trends are really popping off right now, so if you have any stories about that, especially if you have a screenshot that just tells the whole story in 1-2-second nutshell, that's probably gonna go viral, so I would utilize that. Anyway, that is all for this week's episode of the TikTok Trend Radar. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something, and I am manifesting that you pop off this week. Anyway, my name is Jenna. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and we will keep talking about the best trends on TikTok to get you viral. Bye!